how many of you have actually gone through the formal method? I asked you to go through the formal method from any of the book. How many of you have gone through the formal method? Anyone who has gone through the formal method? Vishwa has gone for the formal method. Rahul, Sanika Hegde. After a few minutes, are you going to switch off your audio? So few of you are saying, sir, we have gone for formal method from DC Pandey. Okay. तो आपने देखा होगा क्या कैसे किया गया, right? So don't worry, अभी बताता हूँ मैं. So देखो बच्चा, तो क्या करना होता है हमें? If you want to get relation between acceleration, so you have to choose a string. सबसे पहले एक string choose करो. Then identify or indicate the points. ठीक है? Indicate the points. कौन सा point? जो भी connected है. Indicate the points on the string which is connected to the other objects like blocks or like this pulley and all. I can also say that indicate the points of interest. Interest मतलब किसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे? So we'll talk about acceleration of this point, acceleration of this point, acceleration of this point, acceleration of this point. Okay? And then consider the velocity or acceleration as positive if the velocity is trying to increase the length. If the velocity of A is trying to increase the length AB, then we'll consider velocity A as positive. If the velocity of A is trying to decrease the length, then we'll consider velocity of A as negative. Okay? This is what we have assumed. So based on the same thing, I have considered, based on those three steps, I have considered this as a single string. ये हमने string को select किया. All right. Now we have marked some points. Point A, point B, point C, point D. Point A is connected with the block. तो block को हटा के A की बात कर रहे हैं. B and C are connected with the pulley, and D is connected with another block. Okay? तो ये दूसरा कोई block है जिसका नाम है M3. Okay, and this is, let's say, A3. We have to get relation between A1, A2, A3. Okay, शुरू करते हैं. देखो. So what we have to do, we have to consider that summation of acceleration of all the points will be 0. Why it comes like that? I'll tell you the reason. Don't worry, wait for a minute. ठीक है, वो मैं reason बाद में बताऊंगा, पहले ये समझो. Consider summation of acceleration of all the points as 0. लिख दिया मैंने. All right. No issues, so then please come on time from next step. Okay. चलिए. Now let us figure out whether acceleration acceleration of A, B, C, and D, they are positive or negative. ठीक है. Acceleration of block A. We have considered acceleration of block A as, let's say, A2, ऊपर की ओर. Now guys, when this point A will try to go up, what will happen to this AB length? It will increase or it will decrease? बोलो अच्छा. When this point A will move up, what will happen to the length AB? It will try to decrease, right? So because of this acceleration, the length of AB will try to decrease, right? So I will consider minus sign. तो मैंने लिखा minus AB. Similarly, if I talk about B, now since this pulley is connected to M1 is going up, so पक्की सी बात है, this pulley will go down, and with the same acceleration, right? Because a string is what? An inextensible string. So whatever the acceleration of A1 is there, the same acceleration must be there for this point also in downward direction. Then only this whole string will be inextensible. Okay. So this point will have the acceleration A1. This is nothing but the point on the pulley. And pulley is what? A rigid body. So all the points on the rigid body will have the same acceleration. So B and C is also a point on the pulley. Okay. Point on the string on pulley. So B and C will also come down with acceleration A1. Okay. Now because of acceleration of B, tell me what will happen to the length of string AB? It will increase or it will decrease? Bolo bacha. When this point B will come down, tell me what will happen to the length AB? It will increase or it will decrease? Simple सी बात है, decrease, right? Minus 1. ठीक है? Similarly, if I talk about C point is also coming down. So because of C point coming down, tell me what will happen to the length CD here? This length of string. It will again have the tendency to decrease. However, it will not decrease, but tendency is what? To decrease. So I have taken minus 1. A3, or acceleration of B point. So we have considered acceleration of B is what? Downward, A3. So when this point D will try to come down with acceleration a3, this CD length will try to increase, the tendency of this length to increase. So I'll consider this as plus. So this is the relation we have got between A1, A2 and A3. Okay, bacha? Based on the same concept, try to answer this question. Guys, as we have considered acceleration, similarly you can consider velocity also. Okay? As you have considered acceleration, similarly you can consider velocity also. Like velocity of all the points, okay, in a single string. Summation of velocity of all the points in a single string must be 0. Okay? Or vector addition of all the points, or scalar, algebraic addition of all the points on a string must be 0. Uska reason kya hai main bataunga, don't worry. First follow this step and try to get the answer. Here question is what is VC? That means what will be the velocity of C block. Velocity of A and this pulley is given to you 5 meters per second downward. Velocity of B is given to you 2 meters per second downward. You need to find what is the velocity of C. Guys, please give an attempt. After 2 minutes, I'll solve this. एक बार attempt करो, जो problem होगा मैं बताऊंगा, don't worry. Come on guys, please attempt it. बहुत ही आसान है, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग बता रहा हूँ मैं. ये होता कभी कभी क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं डायरेक्टली. They'll not ask you, they'll not give you the mass of mass of A, mass of B, mass of C, and they'll ask you acceleration. They might give you simple acceleration of A is this, acceleration of B is this, find acceleration of C. Using the constraint relation, you have to get the answer. So Keertan has given an answer. Let us see whether he's correct or not. I think you might be correct, but I doubt it. Vishwa has answered. Karthik has answered. Kirtan, Vishwa and Karthik. Vishwa, if you have actually gone for the formal method, then you can actually see the difference. In formal method, Sachiti has also answered. Formal method, you have to find the position, right? You have to find the position. उसमें position निकालना पड़ता है. First, you get the relation between position of all the points. Then differentiate it first with respect to time. You'll get velocity. Double differentiate it, you'll get acceleration. तो थोड़ा और लंबा जाता है. Do you remember that? You have to consider one reference first. So let us say this is a reference. So from this reference, you have to find position of all these points. इसका position लिखो, इसका position लिखो, इसका position लिखो. Position for this, position for this, position for this, and position for this one, position for this one. Find the length of the string in terms of position. Find the length of the string in terms of position. And we know that length of a string will be constant. So length of string, summation of all the length of string will be considered constant. And then those lengths have been given in terms of position. So when you differentiate it, rate of change of position will be velocity. No, Kirtan, everybody is saying a different answer. Yeah, Vishwa, correct. This shortcut is direct. तुम्हें कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. Everybody is giving some different answers. 14, 7, 3, 5, 4, 9, 9. सबके अलग आंसर्स हैं. देखो बच्चा, Yash has also given 14. देखो बच्चा, मैं आंसर करता हूँ, ध्यान से देखना. Guys, which string we need to choose here? Which is the longest string, which is having the points of interest here? कौन सा string choose करेंगे? तो ये वाला, right? हालांकि थोड़ा गलत बन गया. Like this one. This is the string we have to consider, right? चलिए. तो already points have been marked here. ये हमारे लिए अच्छा हो गया. अब पहले से ही mark किया हुआ है. So can I say that velocity A plus velocity B plus velocity C, then plus velocity D plus velocity E, F, G, H, I, and J. Velocity J is nothing but velocity of C. Some taking as c. This must be equal to 0, right? Chalo. Tell me guys, what is velocity of A? Bolo bacha, what will be the velocity of A? 0. DEHI. What will be the velocity of D, velocity of E, velocity of H, velocity of I? 0, right? Why? Because this is a fixed pulley. Pulley is not going to move, so this point is not going to move. Since this is a fixed pulley, so pulley is not going to move, so these 2 points will also not move. So VD and VE will be 0. Similarly, this pulley is also fixed. So if this pulley is not going to move, H point and I point will also not move. So VH, VI will be 0. तो क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ से बच्चा? VA will be 0, VB will be 0, VE will be 0, and VH will be 0, and VI will be 0. Now we are left with velocity VB, velocity VC, plus velocity F, velocity G, and velocity C. Now let us talk about B, C, F, G, and C. ठीक है, चलो तो अच्छा यहाँ थोड़ा सा वो हो गया है, रिपीट हो गया है. Let me consider this as J only because C is already here ना, so repetition हो जाएगा. So let me consider that J only. Okay बच्चा. Now tell me what will be the velocity of B point. If this block is coming down with 5 meters per second, what will be the velocity of pulley? First of all, tell me what will be the velocity of pulley. Come on guys, tell me the answer. If A is coming down with 5 meters per second, what will be the velocity? It will be 5 only, right? 5 only. So if this pulley will come down with velocity 5, velocity of B and velocity of C will be 5 in downward direction only because these 2 points are on the pulley only. So VB and VC will be 5. But in which direction VB and VC will be? चलो कौन से direction में होगा? So VB will be in downward direction, VC will be in downward direction. Now because of, let me write this, VB and VC, ठीक है? Is equal to, can I write plus 5 meters per second? Why plus 5 meters per second? Because it tends to increase the length of the string. So if point B will try to come down, the length of AB will try to increase. If C point will try to come down, the length CD will try to increase. All right. So that is why I have to use a plus sign. All right. So B and C done. B and C done. Let us come to F and G. When this block B will come down with 2 meters per second, tell me what will be the velocity of this pulley? 2 meters per second downward. So F and G will also have the same velocity downward. F and G will also try to come down with same velocity 2 meters per second. So can I write velocity F will be equal to velocity G and this will be equal to plus 2 meters per second. Reason क्या है बच्चा? Reason same है. Same reason will be applied here also. All right. Now everything is known to us except VJ. Put the value, get the answer. वैल्यू पुट करोगे चलो तो क्या मिलेगा? VB का वैल्यू पुट करेंगे +5, VC का वैल्यू पुट करेंगे +5, then VF is +2, VG is +2. Now plus VJ. I don't know whether this point will go down or go up. I don't know that. Now based on the sign of VJ, I'll identify whether this point J will go up or come down. Let us find the value of VJ. तो VJ क्या मिला बच्चा लोग? तो VJ is nothing but minus, ये 5 10 हुआ, 10 plus 4 14 हुआ, तो minus 14 meters per second. What does this minus sign suggest बच्चा? Tell me. What does this minus sign suggest? ये minus क्या बताएगा? What does this minus sign suggest? This will suggest that string IJ और लिखेंगे ऐसे, length of string IJ will tend to decrease. that means in which direction this j point must move. If ij will tend to decrease its length, if string length of string ij will tend to decrease, then in which direction this j point must move? In upward direction, right? So what will be the answer? So you will say hence upward. So what will be the velocity Vj? It will be 14 meter per second square upward. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. However, I have taken one full page to answer this. Okay. However, I have taken full one page to answer this. But guys, when you'll be solving this question, you will be easily answering this in 2 to 3 lines. Okay. Vishwa, you have seen the formal approach. You should not be asking me this. Dekho, Vishwa is asking, or some of you are getting impatient, sir, why this is summation is 0 and all those things. So तुम्हें I think patience का दवाई देना पड़ेगा मुझे. बेटा मुंह खोलो, ले एक patience का दवाई दिया मैंने. देखो बच्चा होता क्या है basically. Let me give you the reason. But हाँ, I'm not going to teach you the formal method because you are never going to use it. But I'll give you the reason behind it. Why we add all the velocities. Why we add velocity of all the points and equate it with 0. Or why we add all the acceleration. Okay, acceleration of all the points and equate it with 0. Very good, Peter. Peter is saying length is constant. देखो होता क्या बच्चा? If I talk about this string, ठीक है? If I talk about this string, अब खुद से देखो. If I say point B is, or let me call this AB. If I talk about this बड़ा सा length, can I say AB length plus CD length plus EF length plus HG length plus IJ length? Can I say if I add all these lengths, the summation, all these lengths must be constant, right? Because we are talking about inextensible string. If we are talking about inextensible string, that means AB length plus CD length plus EF length plus HG length plus IJ length must be constant. However, I am not including this, but you have to include this also. This length also plus this length also plus this length also. So summation of all these lengths must be constant. Now, how do we write these lengths? कैसे लिखते हैं? तो देखो, if I write length AB as, if I give you position like this, देखो ध्यान से देखना, बहुत ही आसान है. If you want to skip it, you can skip it, no issues. If I write length AB as this, so what is this x? बच्चा, can I say x? This length is nothing but x of B with respect to A. मतलब ground के respect में है, right? Or you can say xb. I can say this xb is nothing but position of B with respect to ground. Similarly, if you ask me to write this point, so I'll write position of C with respect to ground. This, the position of D with respect to ground, position of E with respect to ground, position of F with respect to ground, position of H with respect to ground. So when I'll be writing the length here, so I'll be writing this position of B. I'll be writing position of C. I'll be writing position of C minus position of D. Right? ये होगा ना देखो. If I'll be writing length CD, I'll say position of C minus position of D. Right? That will be the CD length. If I'll be writing EF length, I will write position of F minus position of E. So every time when I'll write the length of the string, what will I write? I will write the position of this points on the string. In सबका position मैं लिखूंगा. And all those positions, all those lengths, summation of all those lengths will be equal to 0. If I differentiate that with respect to time, rate of change of position will be velocity. So we are going to get velocity. And since we are having some XA plus XB plus XC and so on will be equal to constant, if you differentiate this term with respect to time, right hand side is constant. If you differentiate constant, what will happen? Differentiation of constant will be 0. So that is why summation of all the velocities will be 0. Summation of all the acceleration will be 0. Clear है बच्चा लोग? समझ में आया सबको? Guys, did you understand this? Why we need to add all the velocities? Why we need to add all the accelerations? Clear है? So that is why we actually add the velocities and equate it with 0. That is why we add all the accelerations and we equate with 0. ठीक है? एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ, एक छोटा सा इलस्ट्रेशन देता हूँ. देखो अच्छा, if you are having a string like this, ठीक है, सिंपल सा छोटा सा स्ट्रिंग मानना है. If this point is moving with velocity v, or let's say 5 meter per second, tell me what should be the velocity of this point. देखो, based on this concept only we have derived this. What should be the velocity of this point? Tell me guys. 5 only towards right, correct? If this is A, this is B. देखो, whether I am writing it properly, correctly or not. So I'll write VA plus VB will be 0. I have written VA plus VB will be 0. And then I'm using that if this point, if the velocity of this point is trying to increase the length, I'll take positive. If the velocity of this point is trying to decrease the length, I'll take negative. So see whether I'm going to get this relation or not, following the method that I have used here. So if I talk about VA, so this point, this velocity will try to decrease the length VA. AB. So what will write? -5 plus velocity of B. This velocity 5 meter per second towards right will try to increase the length AB. So I write 5. Guys, am I not getting 0 value? मिला कि नहीं मिला 0? देखो, -5 plus 5. If it happens here, it will happen anywhere. Are you getting my point, guys? If it is happening here, it will happen anywhere wherever the string is applicable, wherever the string is possible. Inextensible string is given. I will use the same concept everywhere. So this is what we have used as a shortcut. However, this is completely logical. This is not based on 2 add kar do, 3 add kar do, or something like this. It's not a kind of illogical shortcut. It's logical shortcut. It's based on the logic. It is based on the concept. Okay, so this is what you have to do to find the constraint relation between accelerations, relation between velocity. So guys, I have included few questions here. So I am going to ask you some question here. Let me ask you question in this part, in this condition. Let us say the acceleration of m1 is a1. Okay? And yeah, find acceleration of a2. Or guys, let me give you this. Find relation between acceleration of m1 and m2. It's up to you in which direction you want to consider. It's up to you, because masses are not given to you. So it doesn't matter which direction you have considered. Just follow the same direction throughout the problem. Get relation between acceleration of m1 and m2. You can consider m1 is going up and then find the acceleration of m2. You can do whatever you want to do. Just try to get the relation. Tell me relation between acceleration of m1 and m2. Come on guys, please give an attempt. And this condition is extremely important, guys. Okay? You will be rarely asked questions from condition where multiple pulleys, means more than 2 pulleys are used. Okay? You'll always be asked a question. If questions will be asked from this topic to you, you'll be asked a question from a condition where maximum 2 pulley will be used. Maximum 2 pulley. या 3 pulley भी रहेगा तो आसान रहेगा. You'll never have to actually solve 3 or 4 equations. If you have to solve 3 or 4 equations, you have to skip that question for the time being, and then if the time allows, then you have to come back. Come on guys, give me the answer. Consider acceleration of m1 is a1 and acceleration of m2 is a2, and then give me the relation. Come on guys, give me the answer. Guys, you can consider any direction, bacha. You can consider, sir, m1 is going up, m2 is going down. Sir, both of them are coming down. Both of them are going up. कुछ भी assume कर लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Just don't assume m1 will go right or m2 will go left. Don't assume that. Consider, let's say m1 is going up and m2 is also going up. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Yes, Kirtan. Magnitude wise, that is correct. I think Ketan, you have assumed one of them. If M1 is going up, M2 will go down, or you have considered M1 is going down, M2 is going up. Then only you will get that answer. And actually, that is correct also. Sir, what is -4? -4A1 kya hai, bacha? I am asking you to give me the relation between acceleration of M1 and M2. So you have to relate A1 and A2. You don't have to give answer -4A1 or something of that sort. Yes, Kirtan, correct. But anyway, like to get the relation, you'll get the, so you'll relate them, na? वो आ जाएगा. You can relate that part. Minus आ जाएगा. If I'm considering M1 is going up and M2 is also going up, in the relation between A1 and A2, A1 will be equal to minus or some constant to A2 आ जाएगा. That minus will actually take care of this part that both of them cannot go up at the same time. Both of them cannot come down at the same time. That will be automatically covered. All right, guys, let me solve this one for you. So I'm expecting almost all of you have attempted this question. Yes, Krishna, correct. Krishna and Kirtan has actually no Krishna, I think कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुआ है आपका. कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुआ है. Krishna, something is wrong. All right, guys. Let me consider this is going up, and as few of you have this reason, that said both of them will never go up together, or both of them cannot go down. But I am considering both of them are going up. So how this is going to change? However, I have taken a wrong information, right? It's logically incorrect. It's practically incorrect that both of them cannot go up. ठीक है? But मैंने मान लिया है. देखते हैं whether this wrong assumption will be there in the relation or not. Or can I get correct answer even if I consider wrong assumption? Let us try it out, guys. Okay? देखते हैं what are the changes that we are going to experience. So, guys, which string you want to choose? Which string you want to choose? So, I am going to choose this string. मैंने इस string को choose किया. ठीक है? If I choose this string, what will happen? Let me name some points here. मैं कुछ points को name करता हूँ. Consider this is point A. All right? This is point B. This is point C, and this is point B. All right, guys? So I would write acceleration of A plus acceleration of B plus acceleration of C plus acceleration of D will be equal to laddu. And this is what I write. Now, since I have considered acceleration of A is upward, tell me, guys, because of this acceleration, what will happen to AB? What will be the tendency of this length AB? It will try to decrease. So what will I use? Minus 8. If I talk about B and C, I would say, since M1 is going up with acceleration A1, so this point on this will also come down with acceleration A1. So all the points on the pulley will come down with acceleration A1. That means this B point will have acceleration downward, C point will also have acceleration downward. So because of the acceleration of B point downward, the length BA will try to decrease. So I'll put a negative sign. And that will be -7. Now because of acceleration of C towards downward, length of CD will try to decrease. So I'll put a minus sign A1. What is acceleration of point D? It is fixed with the support, with the wall, with the platform. So acceleration of point D is nothing but laddu. So this will be equal to 0. So I'm going to get answer as A2 is equal to -2A1. Guys, relation wise, it's correct. No problem. What does this negative sign suggest? Bolo bacha. What does this negative sign suggest? That if A1 is going up, A2 will come down. Or if A1 is going down, A2 will go up. So this negative sign suggests opposite direction of A1 and A2. Guys, didn't I tell you that you can consider any direction of the block? If the direction assumed is correct, you will get a positive sign. If acceleration assumed is incorrect, you'll get a negative sign. That's it. So however, guys, I have started with what? Wrong assumption. But still, I got a relation. and that wrong assumption has also appeared in the final ration, that this negative sign has come. So this negative sign says that the assumption that you have taken is what? Incorrect. Both of them cannot be in the same direction. If one of them is in upward direction, other one will be in downward direction. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. Chalo, click yes if you have understood this. Okay? Acha guys, how will you remember this? So guys, can you prove this using some logical approach also? This condition, without going for this relation or acceleration or something of that sort. Guys, can you prove this in real life? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the condition here? Because I'm going to prove this without using the relation also. How the acceleration of this block will be twice the acceleration of m1. It means that only now. That acceleration of m2 is twice the acceleration of m1. This is what it means. That if acceleration of m1 is 5 meters per second square in upward direction, acceleration of m2 will be 10 meters per second square in downward direction. How does it come without going for this? देखो बच्चा, बहुत ही आसान इसका illustration है. Guys, imagine this m1 moves up with x displacement. ठीक है? Displacement ऊपर कितने का हुआ? X का हुआ. So guys, what will happen to the pulley? बोलो बच्चों, what will happen to the pulley? Can I say pulley will also come down with the same acceleration? Sorry, with the same displacement x. Got it, guys? Let me draw it different. दूसरा जगह बनाता हूँ मैं, ठीक है? Let me copy it down. Guys, I'm giving you this approach so that you can remember this also. You can actually relate with the practical approach. देखो, if I'm saying if I'm saying, let me delete this A1, point C, point D, ये सब जो है ना मैं erase कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? Just to avoid confusion. All like this. If this block has been moved with x displacement upward, so can I say this pulley will also come down with x? Guys, don't compare. This is छोटा, this is बड़ा. X मैंने बोला. Guys, when this pulley will come down with x displacement, tell me what is the length of string that will become slack? What will be the length of string that will become slack? Imagine, ये pulley नीचे x से आ गया, x distance नीचे आ गया. What is the length of string that will become slack? Lose हो जाएगा. For the time being, consider करो. मतलब ऐसा मत समझो ये नीचे चला है. Just imagine this. देखो बच्चा, why this m2 will come down when the string on this side will become slack? तो जो slack वाला portion है, to make it tight, because of this force, this block will come down. Can I say, if this pulley is coming down with x, this portion of the string and this portion of the string is now slack, right? If the pulley is coming down with x, what will happen? This portion of the string or this length of the string, both the sides, x and x, become slack. To make it tight, this pulley will come down. So tell me guys, what will be the displacement, what will be the distance covered by m2? बोलो बच्चा लोग, जल्दी से बताओ. If m1 goes up with x, this pulley comes down with x. Tell me what is the displacement of m2 in downward direction? Can I say it will be 2x? Guys, are you getting my point? If you are facing difficulty in this particular approach, you can get a wire. ठीक है? एक headphone wire ले लो आप. Or you can consider any rope. You can take a glass at your home. अभी मैं छोटा सा वीडियो में दिखा नहीं सकता हूँ. ठीक है? ऐसा कुछ consider करो. Consider a string like this, okay? And consider a cylindrical कुछ भी, pen, pencil or a glass. And try to decrease the length or try to move vertically downward this. X से ऐसे down करो. Tell me what is the distance by which this string will be slacked. ध्यान समझ में आ रही सबको बात? इसको x नीचे छोड़ दो. So this length plus this length. So approximately up like this length equivalent to this, and this will be what? Slack. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा बच्चे, ये उतना ही नीचे ऐसे आ जाएगा. Are you getting my point? So I have explained this in this diagram. You can understand. Guys, do you have any problem in this diagram? बच्चा लोग, do you have any problem in this diagram? Clear है सबको? चलिए, तो उसी चीज को आप यहाँ लिख लो. If this is x, if this would have been b, this would have been v, then this would have been 2v. If this would have been acceleration a, this would have been acceleration 2. This is what we have derived using constraint relation. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this condition. अच्छे से. बच्चों लोग, click yes if you have understood this relation, this condition here. So guys, please look at, whenever you have been given this two pulling arrangement, look at one of the end, whether this is fixed or not. Look at one of the end, whether this is fixed or not. If this would not have been fixed, this BD, AD would not have been 0. Then this relation was not possible. So हमेशा याद क्या रखना है, M1 इधर connected है, and with the second pulley, M2 is connected and the other end is fixed. If that would be the case, this relation will be valid. Okay, बच्चा लोग, समझ में आई बात? चलिए. Exactly, with all problems we solvable. No, not all of them, because all of them can be done, but imagining those conditions will be very, very difficult. अगर multiple pulleys रहा तो, right? If multiple pulleys will be there, ना, more than 2 pulleys will be there, imagining that will be थोड़ा सा confusing. You might commit some mistake. So I will not encourage you to imagine the same condition or same practical approach in everywhere. In this condition, you can actually see it by your own eyes, and you can say, okay, this is the approach. But थोड़ा जब if there'll be 4 pulleys, 5 pulleys, 6 pulleys, then following that practical approach will be थोड़ा सा risky. Okay. All right, guys. Give me the answer for this question. Find velocity of B. Find velocity of B. A is going up. The pulley is going up with 10 meters per second. Find the velocity BB. Come on, guys. Please attempt it. बहुत ही आसान है, बहुत मजेदार है. जल्दी से आंसर करो. And guys, few of you are, how many of you have not attended all the classes of Newton laws of motion? Guys, please give an honest answer here. How many of you have not attended all the classes of Newton laws of motion or initial classes, initial practice? So, bacha, those who have not attended all the lectures of Newton laws of motion from start, and if you'll try to understand this, it will never come. Okay? You'll never understand this. Are you getting my point? If you will try to, let's say this is the 8th chapter, it is the 8th class. You have missed out 2nd, 3rd or 1st class. You try to understand 7th class or 6th class or 5th class. You will never be able to understand it unless you cover the previous classes. But Pranav, if you have missed some of the classes, you have to start from lecture 1. You have to start from lecture 1. You cannot be selective in Newton laws of motion. You cannot be selective in Newton laws of motion कि मैं 7th पढ़ लूंगा, समझ में आ जाएगा. कुछ नहीं समझ आएगा, इधर से पार हो जाएगा. You will just try to verify it. Will not be learning anything. You will try to verify it with some real life. हाँ, ऐसा होता है, ऐसा होता है. वैसा कुछ नहीं होता है. ठीक है? So please avoid the lectures like from middle or from 3rd or 4th lecture. Start it from the first one, because in Newton laws of motion everything is connected. Everything is connected. So few of you are answering 50 meters per second, few of you are answering 25 meters per second. Let us see how many of you can give the correct answer here. 15 वाले बच्चा, कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया है आपने. 15 तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. Correct answer is 25 meters per second. Whether it will be going up or down, that is like आपको डिसाइड करना है. It can't be 15. It can't be 15. देखो बच्चा, आंसर करता हूँ. Guys, why you guys are forgetting all those things? देखो ना, इस पॉइंट को मान लो मैंने बोला P, इस पॉइंट को बोला मैंने Q, इस पॉइंट को बोला मैंने R, इस पॉइंट को बोला मैंने S. PQRS. So what will I write बच्चा लोग? Velocity P plus velocity Q plus velocity R plus velocity S, and this will be equal to 0. P is going up, so -5. Q is going up, so +10. R is going up, which will try to increase the RS length, +10. ठीक है, तो एक्चुअली 15 ही आ गया, 25 नहीं आया, माय बैड. ओके, नाउ प्लस VS विल बी इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है, विल बी इक्वल टू 0. तो क्या मिला आंसर बच्चा लोग? देखो, VP क्या ऊपर गया तो डिक्रीज किया, Q will go up so it will increase, R will go up so it will increase, so plus plus minus. ठीक है, so what is the value of VS then? -15 meter per second. Sorry guys, जिनका 15 आया था करेक्ट है, जिनका 25 है इनकरेक्ट है. What is the meaning of -15 meter per second? बोलो बच्चा, what is the meaning of -15 meter per second? That means, इसका मीनिंग क्या है बच्चा? That means velocity of B will be what? Upward. Why upward? So that it will tend to decrease the length RS. Because negative sign का मतलब क्या है? Tend to decrease the length. And if the velocity of S will tend to decrease the length, S must be going up. That is why velocity of B will be what? Answer क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? 15 meter per second upward. This is the answer. Chaliye, no, it's not going down, bacha, it's going up actually. Come on guys, give me the answer for this question. Find the velocity of A here. बहुत ही आसान है, बच्चों वाला सवाल है. Find the velocity of A here. Are you sure, Kirtan? Pakka? Okay, few of you saying 20, few of you saying 5. ये तो आसान है बच्चा लोग. This is so easy, extremely easy. देखो, isn't it the same condition? इसको अगर मैं कनेक्ट कर लूं ऐसे, है ना? So if M1 it is coming down with 10, so pulley is actually going up with 10. So what will be the acceleration of this one? The other one is actually fixed. So क्या मिलेगा? 20 मिलेगा. अच्छा, if you ask me to go for the formal approach, let me name this. This point is, let's say, P. This point is Q. This point is R, and this point is S. So I'll write velocity P plus velocity Q plus velocity R plus velocity S will be 0. VP is 0. VQ and VR, that is plus 10 plus 10. So plus VS is equal to 0. So VS is equal to -20 meter per second. Minus sign suggests that this velocity must tend to decrease the length. So if this point, the velocity of this point will try to decrease the length, this point must go up. Tend to decrease the length RS. Hence, velocity of A is equal to velocity of S is equal to 20 meter per second in upward direction. Got it, guys? Chaliye, next question. Give me an answer for this one. Find velocity of D. Find velocity of block D. Come on, guys, give me the answer. Velocity of point D. Come on guys, please answer this. Guys, how will you solve this question? First of all, tell me. How are you trying to solve it? Guys, anybody who wants to give the approach? How you are actually solving it? Stop solving. Just give me the approach. How will you solve this question? देखो, to find the velocity d, करना क्या पड़ेगा? If you consider this string also, this point velocity is known to us. We have to find what is the velocity of f or these 2 points. How will you find it? कैसे निकालोगे? So actually you have to consider a case here. Let me see whether I have given you this example or not. Consider a case here like this. ठीक है? एक ऐसा condition मानो. If this is a pulley, ठीक है? And if guys, I am giving you a simple approach here. ठीक है? However, you can solve it using different strings. आप अलग-अलग पहली बार में इसको assume करो. First, consider this string. First, consider this string. When you consider this string, you will find out what is the velocity of these 2 points. Once you find the velocity of these 2 points, consider this string. ठीक है? Consider this string. Find the velocity of these 2 points or this point, and then consider this string. But that will be lengthy. I'm going to give you a very simple, sweet and simple condition here to remember. Whenever you are having a condition like this, कभी भी, okay? Whenever you are having a condition like this, all right? Consider these 2 blocks have been connected here, and this, like this pulley is going up, let's say, with velocity. Let's say this is VP. This is A, this is B. Now, let me ask you this question. Get me relation between velocity of P, velocity of A, and velocity of B. The same thing will be with acceleration also, guys. So you can use the same approach for acceleration also. Tell me what will be the relation between velocity of P, velocity of B, velocity of A. Come on, guys, give me an answer here. Jaldi se batao. If you give me that relation, I'll be using the same relation everywhere in this question also. Come on, bacha, give me the answer here. Give me the answer. Okay, so few of you have answered VP. Correct, bacha. Vishwa, you are correct. देखो, what I am going to do, I am going to consider both of them are going up. I am considering both of them are going along with VP. मैंने क्या assume किया? Both of them are going along with VP. So can I write at this point that this minus VA plus 2VP minus VB will be 0. How did I write this, guys? So I have considered this string. This point is going up, so decrease, so minus VP. This point is going up, so increase, so plus VP. This point is going up, so plus VP. VP plus VP, 2VP. This point is going up, so decrease the length, so minus VP. So from this point, I can say VP will be equal to VA plus VB divided by 2. So I can write VA plus VB divided by 2. So whenever you see this type of arrangement where one pulley is given to you and there are 2 blocks hanging over it like this, you can give a relation between the velocity of pulley and these 2 blocks in this form. Okay? So whenever you are having a condition like this, you can give this relation. That velocity of pulley will be average of velocity of these 2 blocks. क्लियर है बच्चा लोग? अभी प्लस होगा माइनस होगा कैसे करना है? तो मैंने दोनों को क्या माना? ऊपर क्यों माना? तो ये भी ऊपर जा रहा है, ठीक है? I have considered VP क्या बच्चा लोग ऊपर, तो VA is also going up, VB is also going up. Are you getting my point, guys? So similarly, if I ask you to get me relation between VE and VA VB here in this question, if I ask you to get me relation between VE and A and B here, tell me what will be the answer. Can I write VE can be written as VA plus VB divided by 2. VA plus VB divided by 2. Let me consider upward as positive. मैं क्या करता हूं? I am considering upward as positive here. I am considering upward velocity as positive here because we don't know whether this point will E will go up or down. There are two velocities given to us, A ka upward and B ka downward. I am considering A upward is positive. So let us find what is the velocity of E here. So velocity of E will be क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? So velocity of A is 2, velocity of B is what? Downward, so minus 5 divided by 2. So what is the answer? Minus 3 by 2. What is the meaning of minus 3 by 2? इसका meaning क्या बच्चा? That means कि E point or the pulley E will not go up, but it will go down. So that means I'll say VE will be equal to 3 by 2 meter per second, but direction is what? Downward. VE मिल गया. Now tell me guys, what will be the velocity of F here? What will be the velocity of F here? We cannot say that velocity of F is equal to velocity of E because this pulley is also moving. तो क्या करेंगे बच्चा लोग? Now I can write, if I name this point as P here, so I can say velocity of P is equal to velocity of E plus velocity of F divided by 2. Similar condition. This will be equal to summation of these velocities divided by 2. So velocity of P will be equal to velocity of E plus velocity of F divided by 2. I know velocity of E, I know velocity of P, I'll get the velocity of F. बोलो बच्चा क्या होगा आंसर? I am considering upward as positive, so I'll let VP is 7. V is what? Downward, right? V is what? Downward. So I'll let minus 3 by 2 plus VF divided by 2. So after solving this, I'll get VF is equal to 14 plus 3 by 2. 14 plus 3 by 2. तो क्या मिलेगा आंसर बच्चा लोग बताइए? 14 plus 3 by 2. 14 2 जा 28. 28 plus 3 कितना मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? 31 by 2. Plus मिला minus मिला. It is plus. So क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? It is positive. Hence what? Upward. So F point will try to go up. F point will try to go up. So now I can say VF is equal to velocity C plus velocity D divided by 2. VF can be written as, this velocity can be written as VC plus VD divided by 2. Now I know the value of VF. I'll put it here. 31 by 2 is equal to. Do I know the value of VC बच्चा? So yes, upward direction कितना? 8 meter. I have considered upward as positive. I'll consider plus में कितना बच्चा? 8 plus VD. I don't know the value of VD divided by 2. So answer क्या मिलेगा इधर से बच्चा लोग? तो VD is equal to 31 minus 8. That is 23 meter per second. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. बच्चा लोग click yes if you have understood this. अच्छा, which formula, which relation have I used here? I have used this relation. Whenever you get this condition, please use this one. बहुत ही life simple हो जाएगा. एकदम life good वाला हो जाएगा. LG life. ठीक है? So whenever you are getting this condition, whenever you're getting this kind of arrangement, please use this formula. If you use this formula, everything will become very, very simple. बहुत मजा आएगा solve करने में. Then my saying, sir, it seems very easy now. Yeah, it will be easy. Don't worry. Once you practice these type of questions enough, you will think ये तो बहुत ही आसान है. And if question will be asked to you from this topic, you will आराम से get +4 marks. All right, guys. So I'm expecting all of you have understood this. I'm going to the next question. Now this is थोड़ा सा different. Here you don't have to assume those conditions. Actually, we have to use the same condition here. Try to get the answer for this one. Try to get the answer for this one. This is also based on string constraint, that the length of the string cannot change. Length of the string cannot change. Come on, guys, give me the answer. These type of questions will be asked to you. This one can be asked to you. This question can be asked to you. These are very, very important for examination point of view. वो पुली वाला question उतना नहीं, but ये बहुत important है. Kirtan has given an answer here. Okay, very good. Are you sure, Kirtan? Kirtan has given an answer as 10 meter per second. Kirtan, are you sure? Pakka? Pakka. ठीक है. Correct है. If you are confident, then the answer is correct. Yes, she is also saying correct. 10 meter per second. देखो बच्चे, this is based on simple concept that the length of string cannot change. And when length will not change? When the velocity of the points, along the string will not change, will not be different. If the velocity of all the points on the string are same along the length, then the velocity of then the length of string will not change. देखो चलो, this block A is going left with 8 meter per second. Correct है विश्वा? If B is going left with some velocity VB, we need to find what will be that velocity. So when we have given velocity 8 meter per second to A, we have to find what will be the velocity of B in leftward direction. Here guys, this string has been used. यहाँ पे string use हुआ है. This is what? Inextensible. This is क्या बच्चा? This length is बच्चा. This string is what? Inextensible. That means length cannot change. Can I say that? Sir, whatever the velocity of this point is present here, the same velocity for this point should be there. But in which direction? If this is having 5 meter per second here, if this point is having 5 meter per second here, can I say that this point must have the same velocity, but in this direction, 5 meter per second? Guys, do you agree with me? बच्चों लोग देखो क्या लिख रहा हूं मैं. I am writing, if this A is having 5 meter per second in leftward direction, this B must have the same 5 meter per second along the length direction. तभी तो होगा ना, ये 5 इधर गया. If you consider in terms of position or displacement, if this point has moved for 10 meter, then this point must have moved 10 meter along the length. तभी तो length की same रहेगा. It should not be in this direction. Correct? Because we have to maintain the length here. So considering that case, I will say velocity of all the points, on the string must be same along the length of the string. If you consider this, क्यों लिखेंगे ऐसे बच्चा? Because length of the string is constant. If we consider this, can I write velocity of A must be equal to component of velocity of B along length, right? I have considered 2 points, A and B. So क्या कहेंगे बच्चा? तो velocity of A must be equal to component of velocity along the length. So this VA is 8 will be equal to what will be the component of this velocity along the length बच्चा? So I will write VB into cos of 37 degrees. And what is cos 37 बच्चा लोग? It's 4 by 5. So what will be the answer for VB? VB will be equal to 10 meter per second. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this concept and the solution here. Guys, in NEET, this question has been already asked. Same, exactly similar type of question has been asked. Guys, please respond to me. Please click yes if you have understood this concept and understood this solution also. If you have any doubt, please let me know. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Guys, please respond. Please click yes if you have understood this. Clear hai? But chalo, click yes if you have understood this. Jaldi se, fatafat. All right. Next question. Come on, guys. Give me the answer for this question. Find the velocity of block B. Find the velocity of block B. Keertan is saying same type of rod question was there in module, sir. I had got it wrong and understood its concept. So this was very easy for me. Yeah, correct. बहुत ही आसान होता है बच्चा, ये सारे questions बहुत easy होता है. Come on, guys, give me the answer for this question. Find the velocity of B. ठीक है? Find the velocity of B. Consider velocity B is what? In this direction. Find the velocity of B. There is one more constraint that has been used that has not been written here. Blocks must not leave the surface. This is the another constraint, limitation, condition that we have to follow. That blocks must not leave the surface. That means there will always be contact between A and B. Then find the velocity of B. There are two constraints that we have to use. Pehla constraint kya bacha? Length of the string is what? Constant, and the block must not leave the surface. That means velocity of B will be leftward. मतलब horizontal होना चाहिए velocity of B. It should not lift up. ऐसा जरूरी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Come on, guys, give me the answer. बहुत ही आसान है. Based on previous concept, I have given you this question, and I'm expecting maximum participation here. Krishna Yadavard has answered 25/2, and Muhammad Rayan has answered 8. Guys, as I have written it here, velocity of all the points on the string must be same along the length of the string. So component of velocity of all the points along the length of the string must be same. Using string constraint, using string constraint, I can say that component of velocity of all the points along the string must be same. Then only the length of string will be constant. So few of you are answering 15/2, few of you are answering 25/2. So Krishna and Meghana, they are answering 25/2. Karthik, Kirtan, Yasashwini, sorry, Srinivas, they are saying 15/2. Yasashwini is saying 25/2. Gaurav 15/2. Varsha is saying 8. Vishwa is saying 125/8. Yash is saying 15/2. Kunj 25/2. Mohani is 15/2. Tanish is saying 15/2. Sakshi is saying 25/2. So there are 2-3 answers that I am getting. एक तो 25/2 है, दूसरा 15/2 है, third one is 125/8, fourth one is 8. So 4 options, 4 answers I have got here. चलो बच्चा मैं solve करता हूँ, ठीक है? Tell me guys, what will be the component of this velocity along the length? So can I say this velocity have a component along this direction? Right? So what will be the component of this velocity along length? So find out what is the angle made by this velocity with the length. So this angle will be kitna? Can I say this will be 53 only? So I would write VA cos 53 will be equal to VB cos 37, because the component of VB will be what? ये हो जाएगा. VB cos 37 will be equal to, this will be VA cos 53, and the velocity of the points on the string along the length must be same. Correct है बच्चा लोग? तो इसको solve करो फिर. VA का value 10 मिला into cos 53 is nothing but 3/5. VB cos 37 is nothing but 4/5. तो क्या आंसर मिला बच्चा लोग इधर? VB is equal to 15/2 meter per second. बच्चा लोग click yes if you have understood this. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. बिल्कुल one line का क्वेश्चन है guys. Just write this and solve it. That's all. Condition क्या यूज करना है? ये condition यूज करना है. मोहम्मद रियान, what is that? Value of n is 8. क्या 8? Guys, do you have any doubt? Please write your doubt, type your doubt in the chat. Or if you want to talk to me about this, let me know. No, ठीक है. चलिए. Next question, guys. Give me the answer for this question. Give me the answer for this question. Let us see how many of you can solve this. Very, very easy. ये क्या है बच्चा? This is a ring. ये क्या है? एक ring है. It's connected to here, and this ring can actually move freely along this rod. Tell me what will be the velocity of this block A if this ring is moving with 50/3 meter per second in rightward direction. Are you sure, Kirtan? Kirtan पक्का? लॉक कर दिया जाए? पक्का नहीं, पर लॉक कर दीजिए. ये कैसा लॉक हुआ भाई? ओके, प्रणव इज आल्सो सेइंग द सेम आंसर. करेक्ट है, एक लाइन का आंसर है बच्चा. देखो गाइस, डोंट फील बैड कि सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा है. ध्यान से देखो चीजों को. इफ रिंग विल गो विद 50/3 meter per second in rightward direction, what will be the component of this velocity along the length? That means the point on the string will try to move with this velocity in downward direction, like this. So this point on the string will have this kind of velocity. कितना velocity बच्चा? 50/3 cos 50. If this point on the string is having this much of velocity along the length, then this point will also have the same velocity along the length. Along the length का मतलब ये हुआ. So this VA must be equal to this. But एक लाइन भी नहीं है ये. तो VA का मतलब क्या है? 50/3 into cos 53 is 3/5. Guys, I can't frame simpler question than this. But chalo, click yes if you have understood this. But chalo, please click yes if you have understood this string constraint. आज की क्लास में चीजें समझ में आई तो please click yes. So there is one more constraint that you have to study, the wedge constraint. ठीक है? तो अभी के लिए क्या करना है guys? You have some homework ये है. You can start solving. You can actually solve aggressively as many numericals as you can from Newton's laws of motion, excluding wedge constraint, excluding impulse, excluding dynamics of circular motion, ठीक है, excluding friction. Excluding these things, you can solve any question. सारा question solve हो जाएगा आपसे. I have taught you all the concepts. I have taught you Newton's first law, second law, third law, how to write force equation, how to draw the free body diagram, how to get the relation between acceleration of different blocks, how to get relation between velocities of different blocks. I have taught you the wedge constraint, pulley constraint, the string constraint. I have taught you how to find the tension in a string having mass. That has also been covered. This question is very, very famous, बच्चा, for the test. किसी भी टेस्ट में जाओगे ना, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत ही फेमस होता है. They'll give you that this has been moved with some force F. They will ask you if mass of the string is M. They'll ask you what is the tension at a distance x from this end. If this is point P, mass of this is, let's say, M. They'll ask you what is the tension at P. I've taught you how to find tension in case of heavy string, heavy rod. समझ में आया बच्चा लोग? So please practice this type of question also. This is extremely important question. They will also give you this condition. In this direction, F1 is acting. They'll just change the condition here. In this direction, F2 is acting. Then they'll ask you, what is the tension at point P here? Let me frame this question for you. Let me give you an assignment only. आपको मॉड्यूल में भी I think मिल जाएगा this question. If this is F1, this is F2. Length is L. Okay, length is L. This is X. This is P. Find tension at P. If mass of rod is capital L. Solve करना बच्चा. I have actually taught you how to solve, how to get the tension in case of heavy mass, heavy rope or heavy string. Using the same concept, you have to get the answer here. Draw the free body diagram. One more thing. F2 is greater than F1. बहुत ही important सवाल है बच्चा. एकदम hot है, बिल्कुल. ठीक है? Not higher order thinking, but गरम है. इसका smell सब जगह जाएगा. मतलब everywhere in all the examinations, this kind of question can be asked to you. So guys, let us conclude our class here only. Let us stop our class here only. Let us meet on Monday. And guys, Monday we'll start with the wedge constraint and then we'll go on to other concepts. So before Monday, before coming for the next class, guys, you should be able to solve minimum 200, 250 questions from this concept. कम से कम 200 से 250 questions solve करना है आपको. Then only you'll feel confident. Guys, dynamics is that kind of chapter where practice requires, like practice is the key. ठीक है? Solving as many numericals as you can will be the key. If you are trying to think sir 10 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके मजा आ जाएगा, बिल्कुल नहीं आएगा. 11th question will be थोड़ा सा new condition and then you'll commit mistake. Alright guys, so I am expecting all of you to solve minimum 200 question before Monday. ठीक है? From dynamics of motion. And what are the sources? You can use module में हो गया आपका in class exercise work, and you can also use the TPP of the module. At the end of the chapter, you'll find some 75-100 questions. From TPP, you can select some questions related to this. You can go through the assignments that have been uploaded on the drive. You can go for the books. HC Verma से solve कर सकते हो, DC पांडे से solve कर सकते हो, BM Sharma solve कर सकते हो, अभय कुमार solve कर सकते हो. I have uploaded all those books on the Google Drive in the reference book folders. So I request all of you to solve minimum 200 questions before Monday. Consider this as an urgent and very, very important topic, very, very important for your examination. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Enjoy, Mari. Have a nice day, guys.